Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new gun that's coming into the Battle League, and it's SMK Model 19 Supergrade. As you can see, very smooth stock and breech all the way up to the breech there. No stippling at all, no grip, but it still is a nice comfortable gun to hold. One thing I am really surprised about is how quiet this gun is now. I don't know if you can see the end there from where you are, but there's no moderator, no silencer, nothing there at all, no suppressor, but it's still pretty quiet. It feels like the spring in there doesn't vibrate as much as other guns. Now, obviously, one of the ways to test these is to get it out and fire it, and we will be doing that shortly. We will be taking a few shots with it and seeing how it goes. But another thing that I wanted to show you as well is I've fitted a Gamma 3x9 40 scope. A couple of scopes I've picked up that people have been telling me are really good. Now, I've fitted one to this gun. That's the scope there, the Gamma 3x9 B40, and I've put one on here just to try it out, just to see how it goes. Obviously I'm hoping for good things, but you never know until you try one. I'm just debating at the moment because the Battle League will be ending shortly with the hobby pellets, and the SMK B2 Deluxe hasn't been doing too well. It hasn't won a game. I don't know whether to use this to replace the B2 or buy another gun in and make it up to 10 when we start with the down pellets, which is coming up very shortly. Like, well, for me it'll be coming up shortly, but for yourself it'll be probably coming up just after middle of February. About February the 20th the new system will start with the downs, and we'll restart obviously the leagues again with the down pellets. But looking forward to seeing how this goes today, and I'm looking forward as well to see whether it will be taken over from the B2 Deluxe, or we will leave the B2 Deluxe in and bring another gun in to match with this. We don't know yet. I'm waiting on a few things to happen, but obviously as time goes on I will inform you what we're about to do. But this today is obviously a review on this gun, the SMK 19 Model 19 Supergrade. I've done what I need to do to it. I've already cleaned the barrel and I've already fitted and tuned in the scope. I think what most people want to know is how good is it with accuracy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put now 5 shots into the target, and we're going to have a see how it does, and if it does well, you know, fair play to it. If it doesn't, we might have to do a little bit more tuning, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully fitted with a Gamma scope it does perform well. No guarantees on anything, but we'll see how this happens. I can't see any sense more in delaying. There's not much more I can tell you. I'm sure a lot of people will be concerned about the wooden part of the gun having no stippling and the grip. Let me tell you, it is quite smooth. As you can hear, there's hardly any resistance there to my hand, but it's not hard to hold. It doesn't make it awkward or, you know, slippy to hold or anything. It seems quite okay. There are open sights on this, and I didn't have the scope at first, and I tried it with the open sights. The open sights on it aren't that bad to use. They were quite alright, to be honest with you. I did quite well with the open sights, and I'm not an open sight shooter, I've got to be honest with you, but it did okay. Let's get him out, let's have a look at him, let's see how he does when we do a bit of shooting with him. Right, we'll start off with 5 shots towards the centre target. This is like a bit of a dual review really. This is the first time I'm using a new shooting table. Also got to tell you that this gun was supplied by Samuel Field Sports in West Bromwich. a measly sum of £99. You can also pay £159 and have it with an optic scope. Anybody who watches little shorts on the channel, you should have a rough idea of what it's like at Sandwell Field Sports. It's got always a nice selection of stuff. But I'm going to try it with a Gamma scope. I opted for the gun on its own because I knew I wanted to test out these Gamma scopes. So let's see how it goes. One thing I have been told by the nice people at Sandwell Field Sports is to give it a jab. Not to try and crack it, but to give it a crack on the tip to open it up. But I'm finding no problems with it as such. But I mean, I don't know if you can tell from the video that it's quite quiet. It's not a loud gun. Tony at Sandwell Field Sports did put this through the meter to try what it was doing. It was doing 11.358 foot-pounds, I think, which is, they do advertise this as nearly 4 pound. It is just, you know, virtually underneath that limit there, so it's got a bit of poke. Not shooting badly, not brilliantly. I would like to have seen it hit a bullseye so far, but it's not. But we live in hope, it may have a chance in a minute. One more shot and then we'll change our attack. That was its 5 into the centre there. Did seem to be shooting a touch high. So I'll give 2 down and 1 click in just to get it ready for our next one. But yeah, shot well, not bad. I think all 3 were inside the black, so that's not too bad at all. Now I'm going to go to the 4 outer targets and 4 single shots. Let's have a see what it's like at that. Well, that instantly was better, more or less spot on. Perhaps that's what it needed, just a little bit of adjustment. We'll see with our next shot. Ooh, a little bit low that time, not to worry. Our 3rd shot. The trigger, I understand, can be adjusted, and I have been offered by Tony at Sandwell Field Sports, who's a really nice guy, you know, to alter it. He reckons it's a small alteration to make it smoother. I'm not going to take him up on the offer, to be honest with you, because I find this trigger okay. It's not a bad one to use. It's quite, I wouldn't say it's the smoothest trigger I've used, but it's okay. So I see no sense in moving anything. And the last shot now into the 4 target. Oh, a little bit of difference there. Got a bullseye with the first one, and the other 3 were a little bit and miss. But it's not shooting badly. It's not miles away. I mean, it may get better as obviously like it gets bedded in. It's only ever had, I think, about 10 pellets put through it so far, so I'm hoping for better results as it goes on. Next test I'm going to do, I'm going to put it through the spinners. Let's see how it gets on, how big it can, how small it can get down to on our spinners. Let's try that. Let's take it through its 2nd test, the spinners. Hopefully it can get down to quite a small one, but you never know. As I say, it's still bedding in, but it should do well. It is a big one at the top anyway. No problem with that. Really did well with that. Second one down. A little bit smaller than the last. Oh. I'm going to take that again. That was actually my fault. It was caught on my coat and I felt it pull as I shot. Hit that one, no problem. Right, a little bit smaller still now. How can it do with this one? No problem with that. Can it do the small one? Yes, indeed. So, not bad there. It's done every size of the spinners. Well done to the SMK. It's test 3 and its final test. Freestanding at the duck hunt. 5 shots. Let's see how we can do out of 5 freestanding. Because of the smooth stippling, I think if you were wondering whether it's okay freestanding, let's see. That's a miss. Not a good start. Duck 2. Duck 2 it did hit, just didn't hold down, so not as bad as the first one. Duck 3. Yeah, that's a hit. And last one, duck 4. Miss. So 2 out of the 4 with the ducks. See if we can hit the reset. It does hit the reset, so 3 out of the 5. So okay with the freestanding. It has got a touch of weight in it. I think before I was using it without the scalp, I think the scalp has given it quite a lot of weight for the freestanding shooter. But 3 out of 5, not too bad. Well, that concludes today our test and review on the SMK Mod 19 Supergrade. It's a nice gun. I don't think it's going to set the world alight as regards our battle leagues. I don't think it's got enough about it, but it is a nice gun. It's not going to embarrass itself, it's not going to come last, it will win something I think, but something just tells me that it's not going to be sort of beating the BSA Lightning or the Exocet, if you know what I mean. I think it's going to be somewhere in around the VMX Quantum and maybe our Tyrant. It's going to be somewhere around there. Some of our other guns at the moment are shooting really well, even though they're not winning, but they're doing really well. Will this one do well? It'll be there or thereabouts. I don't think it'll be a disgrace for itself, but I don't think we're expecting, you know, shall we say, to run off with a league kind of thing. It's not that kind of gun, I don't think. But it's a nice gun, nice to use. I don't think that that trigger will be an issue, although like I've been told it, you know, there is a moderation mod you can do to it to make it smoother, and apparently changes the whole aspect of the gun. I'm not going to bothering Tony down there at Samuel Field Sports, as lovely a guy as he is, because I can cope with it as it is, and there seems no point in really, you know, taking up the man's time, to be fair. But would I suggest go out and buy it? It's a £99 gun, you have to remember, so yeah, for £99 it is what it is. It's you know, it's okay. It's not an embarrassment by any stretch of the imagination. But as I say, is it going to set our legal light? I'm not sure. I don't think, as I say, there's going to be any embarrassment there. I think it'll be okay. But I wouldn't say it's going to run away and win the league, but it's going to be in with a chance of being in the middle somewhere, I would have said. I do like the gun. I do like these old guns that I've got now stippling. I'm a bit old fashioned now, but I've yet to find one that is stippled that, you know, is really any different or has made any difference to anything with a gun. We've got guns upstairs that are stippled, that are, you know, done in polymer and whatever else, and with a little bit of stippling on, it makes no difference at all. The only time it's ever going to bother you, I would have thought, if it's in wet conditions, and to be fair, I don't go out in the wet so much, it doesn't do anything at all for my arthritis, so it's not going to bother me too much, if you know what I mean. It may bother you if you're an outdoorsy person and you like the wet. Personally, I'd rather rub an, you know, my radiator, that's up to you. But yeah, it's going to be okay, it's going to be alright. I think it's going to be around the, you know, the Tyrant sort of thing, somewhere near there. But we won't know until the league starts. I am using the hobby page for the test today. It might do better with domes, we don't know yet, but all that we'll find out in due time. But that's my review and look at the SMK Model 19 Supergrade anyway. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Speak soon.